All right, hello and welcome back to your regular programming of Terraforming Mars Solo Challenge, offering Chongqing, so building discounts, or Arcadia, which is land claim, grab a lot of spots on the board, what have you. I mean, some building tags, some Earth off or space hotels with some acquired companies, money, microbes. I gotta say, this is certainly more of a Chongqing run, just because of that discount stacking up. No Earth tags is a little disappointing to help with our start. Also, very low in production. I could start with like 10 titanium, but like that doesn't actually do very much for us. At most, I could play. Oh god, like Convoy from Europa to just try and get more cards and do better. I mean, I will be getting 2 cards here. You know what? Sure, we'll just do it anyway. Hopefully, hopefully, when hope is your plan, you know you're in a good spot. Hopefully, we'll find something good off this 2 card draw. Lunar Metropolis is actually quite good, I have to say. Not disappointed with that. The methane from Titan makes it kind of ironic that I didn't pick the I didn't pick our ability to get the oxygen up 2 stages to start the game. Let's do a Convoy from Europa and just lean into these cards, perhaps. Predators. I like getting that for free. So what's awkward is that, like, Luna Metropolis you want to play last because it multiplies all your Earth stuff. This Earth tag requires I play another one first, so obviously Point Luna would unlock it, but then you would not get the benefit of Point Luna. I keep saying Point Luna, Luna Metropolis. Subcrust Measurements does have an Earth tag, and I have some steel, but I don't have any science to go with it to play it. So I'm just kind of blocked by a lot of things that are preventing me from playing cards. So I'm going to hold on to cash for a second. I'm going to take a heat bump, get us close to this heat income. Dirigibles, corroder suits does work together. Dirigibles, we get a discount on Venus tags. You get one here. Then you play this bad lad. You get a Venus bump. You get 3 discounts. Then corroder suits. Get another. So that gives us a little bit of income, right? What do we do just now? Let's look at those 3 cards, right? We got to get a Venus bump, which is worth an income. We got 2 income from corroder suits, and we got $3 per turn towards Venus tags from dirigibles. So in a really weird way, we have $3 of very flexible cash, and then we have $3 more of Venus only cash. So I think that that's fine. Next up, I need to discuss whether or not I want to go for oxygen or Venus. I am going to keep pushing Venus for money microbes. Stratopolis is very interesting. This is very interesting. This is a science tag. I mean, we're getting a lot of cards offered. Stratopolis is very interesting for us because it could be $6 per turn towards Venus tags. But it also does need a second science tag before I can play it. A lot of things are just in these weird spots. And then with that, I mean, Stratopolis and dirigibles together means that I can play quite a few floater-related things. I'm still sitting on all this titanium, though. This is a really slow start in terms of actually getting cards played. Thermophile with money microbes would go pretty hard. And then imported nutrients on the money microbes as well. I mean, like, we're hitting a lot here. Let's make sure I get another discount for this one. All these Venus cards are discounted. And instead of putting microbes on the... Instead of putting microbes on the terraforming... Well, actually, here's the thing. I put them on... I don't know where I need the microbes. Once again, though, we're at Gen 4. I have 6 titanium. I've got $20, and I just don't know what to do. All of my cards are locked by a requirement. I am halfway in a lot of things, but I'm just not there. So I think Thermophile's next turn with Important Nutrients, or if money becomes a big thing, like I can start playing all my cards, then I might go for the microbes on sulfur-eating bacteria, what I keep calling money microbes, and then I can cash out 7 for another $30 next turn. But in terms of where am I right now, like, I've gotten 3 TR and I have 8 income, so that's 11 money per turn. Plus I've got 1 titanium for 14. That's not even in the 15 to 20 realm. But I do have a discount, and if you count my floater per turn that I'm getting, sure, I'm almost good enough. In terms of energy and heat, I'm there. In terms of plants, I'm behind. Like, in terms of oceans cards and other things, I'm behind, but I still think that we have enough, like, combo pieces that once we start connecting the dots, things are going to go much better for us. So power plant is cheap. Jetstream is something that works with our other cards, and heat income is also very good. I really want to use Stratopolis to power Jetstream microscrapers. I don't have the science tag. I'm not going to have the science tag. So I play the Venus. I'll do the first thing here. In fact, I should have just taken the discount, but fine, I'll get a discount on Stratopolis if ever I get cards enough to play it. And then, yeah, like I was saying before, I didn't get anything worth cashing out a ton of money. So I guess instead of cashing out a ton of cash, we'll just get some more, like, get some Venus bumps. Advertising is huge because it unlocks a space hotel in thing. And import of GHG is actually a breakpoint for us to get the next heat bump. Yeah. And now all of a sudden I have 3 Earth tags, and if I play cards over 20, of which I have 4 in my hand, I get extra income. Like, I just got a lot of things start to snap into place there, for sure. I don't have enough for that Venus card, so I'm going to take a heat bump now and get us 1 closer to this heat income, because I have the heat income in hand. Aerial mappers, fine. Another floater per turn. Everything else I'm not going to take. This has just become a Venus run. It's all Venus all day. Kind of the, like, always has been. Like, I really want Subcrust, but putting off Luna Metropolis any longer is uncool. It does get the extra income from things. You're gonna be a Venus bump. I'm gonna play Aerial Mappers as another way of generating floaters per turn. If I don't get Stratopolis next turn, then I can go from flipping them onto dirigibles to using both of them together to power Jetstream. And we'll keep this bank of microbes. It's $12 worth of microbes right now that we could cash out. Again, if, you know, every turn that we don't cash it out is $3 more. Every turn that we do cash it out, we're giving up on a $3 microbe. It's always how I look at that. Electro Catapult does work with the fact that I have a couple plants in hand. Much more interesting is the Medical Lab. Not because I care so much, but because it is a science tag in the same way that Sulfur Research is. I don't know that grabbing all of them makes sense. And yet, that's exactly what I did. Electro Catapult. Sell a plant. That's fine. And then this is at least 3 income. Not enough for these other cards yet. I'm certainly not going to have enough for the city, the Stratopolis. So two bad lads over here. I mean, I could have cashed out the microbes. And I could still cash out the microbes. What would I use the money for? I get $15 if I put another microbe on it. I could get Stratopolis after all, though I feel like I really wasted that. I forgot that I have the second science tag, right? Instead of putting 2 floaters onto Jetstream, I could have had 4 floaters on dirigibles. That would have been worth $12. I wouldn't even needed to cash out any microbes. Now it's like $6 per turn towards Venus specifically. But I don't know if that's good enough. I am gonna get money though. And I think I'm gonna go for a card draw. Subcrust. Man, that's hard, because I can also get Methane from Titan. I actually think Methane from Titan is so much better at making sure we don't lose the game. It's also really good at making sure that we have at least a plant to sell every generation. But we have to have the government help us now. We need a lot of oceans and a lot of oxygen. More floaters could give us a lot of points, but that's not what we're about. I'm not destroying plants. Let's just not take anything. And am I going to play Stratopolis? Maybe. I think I am. I'm going to put some floaters on dirigibles and then do that cash out I just mentioned. $12 off. And then using this, Jetstream microscrapers can be used, and that gives us a Venus bump every generation now, right? So 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 4 more Venus bumps. I'm not going to worry about the microbe Venus bumps. I'm sure we'll find other Venus bumps from cards or microbe synergies of some kind. Let's get the subcrust. Start with a card draw here. Big asteroid. Good to know we have it. I'm actually going to start with a sulfur research, though, and give me a chance to find even better cards. I mean, I don't mind what we've been getting. I would have wanted to buy all the cards that we've been offered so far. But they're not... Like, I would have bought them, so I can't really complain. Let's get an ocean at this point, right? There's a lot of blanks that we could put oceans beside. Optimal aerobraking, decomposers, research, all of that's great. Even the Jovian Embassy is interesting, I'll say. So draw a card from Subcrust. I did get a Venus thing. So what's interesting is I was kind of trying to figure out the math in my head of I can get 2 floaters on dirigibles per turn while still doing Jetstream microscrapers. And that's worth $6 towards Venus tags, right? We've been talking about that a couple times. But if instead I'd use dirigibles to put onto aerial mappers and aerial mappers to get a card, I'd be spending effectively $6 to get 1 random card off the top of the deck. But it's $6 that would have been restricted to Venus cards anyway. So basically, if I wasn't lucky in finding any Venus cards, I may have considered that. Instead, we have been doing okay. Is tardigrades a point? 9, 10, 11. It's 1 microbe away as far as I'm aware. Let's research, get even more cards offered to us. Aerobraking. Heat the planet, get some heat back, get some money back. What's the action I have left? Oh, sell a plant, of course. So this is what I'm thinking about orbital reflectors. It does come with heat income, right? So that's not so bad. Mineral deposit means tectonic stress powers on the table. I don't know that Industrial Center does much for us. Like, yeah, we could spend a steel to pick up 2 steel, but then our greeneries are locked. I love how I say our greeneries, as if we've played any. So yeah, anyway, we need a lot of that. Let's get one more ocean from the government, and then probably oxygen from now on. This is very expensive, but I don't mind it. 2 productions left with satellites being offered is interesting, but you know, no thanks. It breaks even. And that's not super cool. So card draw. More Venus bumping. We talked about that being good. Jetstream micro scrapers. Sell. And then, yeah, I am going to keep believing that we'll get a Venus card offered to us. A couple of heat bumps coming in, which is nice. With all the extra energy, plus the 12 heat production, I'm feeling okay. I'm really trying to figure out this field cap city, because, like, everything is kind of in a weird spot right now. I think I start with this artificial lake, like, here. We'll end up placing mostly around it. And then a field cap city. Sure, make sure we get some, like, adjacency points. I don't... Like, this spot here, I'll probably end up grabbing with Industrial Center, is what I'm thinking. Oh, $17 is such an awkward amount. I need to buy Standard Project Greeneries, probably. Or Standard Project Oceans. I mean, Standard Project everything at this point. Like, we're just not doing those things. Ironworks will be very helpful for closing in on the game. Luxury Foods would be great pickup for points, but we're not really there. Technology Demonstration is a space event. So that's freaking sick. Let's make sure we play that real quick. Dust Heels is bad. Vesta Shipyard is good. We play Ironworks. Oh, I should have, and I'm kind of a dummy for not doing it, played Hired Raiders to steal the steel. So there's the oxygen bump. Let's make sure I do those heat bumps and get that ocean real quick. So yeah, Jetstream micro scrapers. And now it's probably time to go for card draw from my floaters. Right? I have $6 for a Venus tag if it comes up, but that's not super likely. And the fact that it's going to cost less than $6 means who knows. So doing a card draw and getting something like bushes, to me, is an immediate payoff, which we do love to see. Next, I'm going to buy an aquifer here. I'm going to buy a greenery, which will get us the heat bump. Again, the heat looks like it's solved. I talked about doing Industrial Center, so that's a steel to pick up a couple more plants. Don't mind me, another bit of that. Sell a steel. Any other goodies in here? Steel income isn't that appealing. I can get one more round of microbes and cash out next time. I'd love to pick up a plant, and that would get me a greenery, but... Well, I guess I can do that with an ocean, and still have 2 oceans left for the double ocean cards if I am so lucky. But it looks like everything's going to work out pretty much perfectly. Like, next generation, I'm going to have a Venus bump in hand, right? I'm going to have a Venus space event to terraform. I'm going to have a space event that gives me 3 more heat that gets me to 24, which is 3 heat bumps. We just need to be offered a double ocean card. No, I mean 2 points for our extra steel though is pretty nice. Then we draw a card here. Pets, not really what I was looking for. Aerial mappers, one last chance for a card that doesn't suck. Hackers, like pretty much the worst card in the game. Hackers is such a bad card, not only because it's not really cost effective. Most of the value is hurting your opponents. It has negative points, yada yada yada. Costs energy. All of that is bad. But what really cements its negativity to me is that it's not even memeable. Like, it's not even a fun card. It's just sad. It's just a sad hackers, right? Spend money, buy the card, play the card. It pays itself off in 3 turns, but you've lost an energy. Like, you've lost an energy for that like the $2 per turn and an energy and a negative 1 point. Like, it's just not it, fam. It really isn't. It doesn't look like I'm gonna get another card. There's a cheap ocean down here. If I was a complete idiot, I would buy a city down there. But am I a complete idiot? No. I mean, I am, because I even thought of it as an option, but... Standard Project Aquifer. Ooh. Standard Project Aquifer or Aquifer. Is a plant worth $4? $4 better. So here I could buy a city. Right? Oh, I guess I could have bought pets first. But sure, you buy that. Decomposers is on its own point here. I mean, I could still buy a city and pets, but then I wouldn't really have enough left for the greenery, right? Well, would you? $48 is like perfect, isn't it? And then I'd be 1 plant shy of the bonus greenery. But I don't see a way here to get a bonus plant. Do you see something I'm not? I don't see an extra plant for me. Unless, like, I can't place 3 things, right? I might be able to buy 3 greeneries, but having 1 less... Well, actually, you know what? I do have a couple city spots open. So just greenery here. Right? And then greenery for the money? No. Greenery for this $2 and an adjacency point. Am I crazy? 16 plus 8. Oh, you know what? No. The reason this doesn't work is because I have a 2-point card in my hand that I had meant to play. None of this. It's Tropical Resort. So if I sell everything that isn't Tropical Resort, what does that mean? No, yeah, I had to do that. Okay, so then you buy the greenery, and this is fine. I can get the last plant that I need and a steal. Okay. I mean, look, this is painful because we never really, as far as I'm aware, got offered a lot of, like, TR cards. So you can be damn sure that we didn't get the fancy finisher there. But, like, that's a lot of greeneries and city points at the end. Oh, not even enough points! There I was grinding out. I was grinding out those last points, man. Oh, my. I don't know. Maybe if... I don't... What would we... I don't... What? Look, this one was bad tempo. Honestly, this comes down to bad tempo. We had... like a weak rounds 2, 3, 4. When we did the audit, it was kind of weak, but we had some combo pieces. And then we went like 2 more gens. I think it was around 6 or 7 when finally, like, the floodgates broke and we started playing. Bam, 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 bam. Next card, next card, next card. So, like, The fact that this was a full terraform with like $50 left over at the end to buy out cities and greeneries made it seem so much stronger than it was, because we still didn't even get 100 points, right? Like, and we were buying, we were playing the good stuff, so we just couldn't hit it, man. It's all good. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.